And I'm going to go over that. I'm going to talk about the distribution process, vibrational cure. I'm going to talk about the distribution process and the publishing process, the birth of a genre. So all three books, we're going to go over it, and we are going to pick some dates. Okay, we're going to pick some dates together. I'm going to pick up 3 dates. And okay, let me put this on airplane mode. I'm going to pick out 3 dates, and then we'll do a poll and see which one you guys pick. So, but it'll be this month, and definitely we're going to be doing that because I know you guys, that's one workshop that you guys have been asking, and that's a one-time workshop. It's not going to be like a curriculum workshop like these. Okay, so before we get started on today, okay, let me look at these notes. Sorry for the pause. But okay, so I want to guide you guys to go to my official website. It's going to be in the link below, amethyst.wordpress.com. That's a temporary domain for now. This website has all of my products, all of my paintings, all of my music will be going there, but all my lyrics are there already. So that's like the exclusive place that you can find my lyrics. Also, Tropic de Qualia, Tropic of Qualia website is also going to be in the links below, and that is the AI images, AI animes, all the stuff that has everything to do with my AI world. But that is mature content, so it is 18 plus. Okay, and then we have Panacea Cafe. That is my holistic blog. Panacea Cafe has been around since 2013. So lots of resources, lots of things that you can check out and learn from. And yeah, very, very insightful platforms. Yesterday, we did social media copywriting, and what we covered was we actually input some of the products manually onto WordPress and showed you how you can kind of take your website back for yourself and not just be solely focused on like Instagrams, Facebooks, TikToks, things that really you, in the end of the day, you can build a great following and that can be lots of leverage, but you built all your following there, you know. But what about your website? We got to make sure our platforms and our uh, audiences are transferable across all platforms. You don't want to end up where you're popularized on one platform and you lose access to that platform and then it doesn't transfer over. And that happens to so many people in today's age. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, and also we did album covers. We covered the last of my 9 covers on Tuesday. And we also, of course, got into discussions about fame, power, things like that. Kind of feeling like, I guess, because it's my 10th house perfection year, that could be why, but we'll be getting into that. Little segue. Little segue. Okay. Alrighty. Um, I'm not really good at these intros. Sometimes I do intros in them. If you're new here and you're just catching new harmony workshops, hello, hi. But that's really why I'm not too committed to doing intros because most of you know who I am. But for those of you that don't and are just getting to know me, I'm Amethyst Amaris, owner of Fifth House of Creativity Inc. That is a creative house and it is a record label as well. Okay, and this is Harmony Workshops. Harmony Workshops is my brainchild and it commenced in March 2024. This has been something long in the making, long in the making. And if you are new to this, we have the March workshops where I covered songwriting and beat making. Actually released of 3 projects last month and taught about the process of those things. And then we also did more goodies. But March was full of really, really great workshops. We had press releases and EPKs, and then we did AI prompting. It was so much good stuff, like almost too much to cover. But I want to be able to get into this a little bit earlier today. I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why is because I want to go to this ramen place. So I want to go there before it closes. Okay, so astrology in your creative realm. Okay, so with these workshops, a lot of these ones have been purchased through replays, and I I consistently have people like, when is it? When is it? When is it? And then they miss out on getting their tickets because I cut the sales for the tickets off 24 hours before the workshop because I am preparing the workshops, right? So it's just part of my custom, and maybe it might change in the newer workshops, but these workshops that we're doing from March to May are all going to be like this. And we'll see what works and what doesn't work. And then the next bout of workshops, maybe it might be a little bit different. Okay. So astrology in your creative realm, week 3. Okay, week 3. So I love these graphics that I did. This is all of my art as well, always showcasing either my own photography of myself or my own art. Okay. Today, perfection years. That's what we're going to cover. Elective astrology for planning. Okay. Solar and lunar returns, Juno, and what's next. Okay. And when it comes down to elective astrology, I want to point out a lot of people doubt this, but there's lots of billionaires, politicians that all use elective astrology for planning. And a lot of political things fall on particular dates for a reason, all for a reason. Okay. Some early on AI art of me, of moi. Perfection years. Okay. Astrology's timekeeping gem. Perfection years are an ancient astrological technique used to predict significant life themes based on your age. Each year of your life is associated with a different house of your astrological chart, which becomes the activated house for that year, highlighting its themes. Okay. I really watch astrology podcast, and I believe his name is Steve Brennan, but they are really, 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 really the experts on this. I'm just going to briefly teach you about perfection years, but I will leave their YouTube page in the caption below to make sure that if you want to go and learn super in depth with this stuff, they have free resources there as well. But what we're going to be touching on is perfection years and tapping into that, and also having it built with the themes of creativity. Okay. So this is from kellyastrology.com. It says copyright 2017. And here's like a really, really great annual perfections worksheet. And I'm going to show you, so like you guys will be able to check this out. As always, presentations will always be made available. Okay. I am 33 this year. So my perfection year is in the 10th house. Okay. Very, very cool. And you'll be able to use this chart for your own age. Like say right now, for example, let's look at my daughter's ages, right? My youngest is 8 years old. So let's look for 8. And that is the 9th house. Okay. And then after that is my 10-year-old, which is the 11th house. And then we have my 12-year-old, which is in the 1st house. Okay. Very, very cool. And my partner, he's in his 10th house perfection year as well. Let's think about maybe my oldest stepdaughter, and that would be, let's see here, she would be in her 2nd house. Ooh, very nice. That is the house of income, savings, spending, possessions. And I could say all these things are pretty accurate in a way where it's really reflects the times that they're in. Now let me think about some of my besties. A lot of my besties just hit 40. So let's check out 40. And 40 is in the fifth house of creativity. Very interesting. Very cool. My parents are in the ninth house. Okay, cool. So this is a really great resource to kind of see where you guys are at and what themes are really be highlighted for you per year. Okay. At the age of 33, my activated house is determined by counting forward from my rising sign, one house per year. In your case, and this is Harmony GPT talking to me at 33 with a Gemini in the 10th house, the focus is on career, public image, and major life goals. This can be a powerful year for professional breakthroughs and public recognition. Okay. So, and again, having more of a conversation with Harmony GPT. Let me stop my video for 1 second so we can take a full look at this. Okay, and I will read it to you. The thing is when you have conversations with the GPT, one of the best things for you to learn is a few pages back, it said perfection years are an ancient astrological technique. What ancient astrological technique? Who? Okay, so these are, I'm very much a person saying, but from who? From where? Covering all of those questions. Okay, perfection years are an ancient astrological technique that is thought to have its roots in Hellenistic astrology, which originated in the Mediterranean region, particularly in Egypt around the first century BCE. This period was a melting pot of cultural and intellectual exchange where Greek, Egyptian, and Middle Eastern traditions merged, particularly in places like Alexandria, which was a renowned center of learning. The technique of perfections involves moving one sign, house, forward in the chart for each year of life, beginning from the ascendant as the first house at birth. By the time a person reaches 33 years old, for instance, the perfection would have moved around the chart almost 3 full times. Perfections are part of the system of Time Lord techniques or chronocators, okay, in ancient astrologies. Chronocators. There we go. These were methods used by astrologers to determine which planets had rulership over specific periods of a person's life by identifying the Lord of the year, the planet that rules the sign of the perfected ascendant for that year. Astrologers could interpret the focal points and potential experiences of that year for the individual. The teachings and texts from this ancient tradition were preserved and transmitted through the works of astrologers like Claudius Ptolemy, Vedius Valens, and later through the Arabic tradition, which then reintroduced these techniques to the Western world during the medieval period and Renaissance. Okay, today perfections are experiencing a resurgence as part of the broader revival of traditional astrological practices, providing yet another layer of depth and nuance to modern astrological interpretation and prediction. And something that I was actually watching the other day, I saw Storm Monroe and Sloan Bella discussing astrology, and he was talking about like not Ayurvedic, but Vedic astrology, right? And Vedic astrology, he was like, oh well, I guess it's not correct, that he loosely putting, that's how he said it. And she said, no, it's just different, right? So don't be warded off from different forms of astrology just because you don't understand it, right? Each one holds a particular type of significance within your life. They are all different ancient sciences to work with, okay? Elective astrology, strategically planning for the future. Elective astrology involves choosing the most auspicious times for important events in one's life. This method can be particularly beneficial for creatives planning significant launches, exhibitions, or any major initiatives. By analyzing planetary alignments and choosing times when the stars are most favorable, you can increase the likelihood of success for your artistic projects and endeavors set for 2025. Okay. So this is now we're being more focused towards, okay, alrighty, what's happening next year? This year is this year. We've learned a lot about this year. There's many placements that we discussed that are very benefic for this year in last week's workshop. But let's now think about 2025. And that means, okay, once January comes around or whenever your solar return, okay, we'll be getting into that. When your solar return comes, like mine was March 23rd, turned 33. Now I'm in my perfection year. Last year I was in my ninth house, right? So it's all about being able to start ahead, learn from before, prepare yourself for the year ahead, prepare yourself for the solar return ahead, and even lunar return ahead, you know? Okay, so without getting too much into elective astrology, because it's pretty, it's pretty simple how it's based and stuff like that, but I'm going to briefly go over certain parts, okay? Like, for example, imagine you're planning a significant project for 2025, but you consulting the stars, you aim to choose a date when, for example, Jupiter, the planet of growth and abundance, graces your endeavors. Okay, Mercury governing communication is direct, ensuring your message resonates clearly and effectively. To demonstrate, let's say you're launching a new book or a music album, you want Venus, the planet of beauty and appeal, to be well aspected, enhancing the receptivity of your audience to your aesthetic. Mars, the planet of action, should be strong, driving forward momentum and warding off procrastination. So, this is going to be available in the presentation. It's just about understanding, like what we said, with the different influences of each planet, of each house, inside your own chart, your own natal chart. What are the different things that the transits are going to affect? These natal placements, which are a given, your natal is when you were born, is your astrological DNA. So we can plan ahead for certain things. Um, the astrology is really, really good in this way. Um, like a lot of my projects are released on particular dates because that's what worked best for me and uniquely with my astrology. And pretty grateful to like know that little cheat code. And like I said, many, many, many billionaires, people with power, politicians, governments, everything use these days. Cultures around the world use elective astrology. Okay. All right. And that doesn't suffice it to say that a particular day that might be benefic for one person might be benefic for you. That is why we look at the chart. I look at my chart and in a broader scope, even with the AI today, when I'm having these discussions with Harmony GPT, he'll say things like Jupiter is in a benefic placement. So this time period, then I would be receiving more benefits and benevolence in regards to dealing with people and groups of people because of how Jupiter is aspected. But my Jupiter is in retrograde. So if it's not programmed to know those things and people like astrologers aren't made aware of those things, they might take my astrology completely out of its context because they don't see the retrograde, you know? But a really skilled astrologer would be able to feel it, right? They'll be able to pinpoint that. Okay. Most skilled astrologers can fill your chart without really even looking at your chart. Here, let's close this bad boy down and let's get into the solar and lunar returns. Everybody's heard of a solar return. Very few people know that your lunar return is once a month. So the place that you were born when the moon was at when you were born is your lunar return, okay? So the returns occur once a year on your birthday when the sun returns to the position it was at the time of your birth. This chart can forecast the themes, opportunities, and challenges of the upcoming year. Okay, similarly, a lunar return happens approximately every month when the moon returns to its natal position. These returns help in understanding the emotional, intuitive energies that will be prevalent over the month. Both are invaluable tools for introspection and planning, offering insights in how to best navigate your personal and creative life in alignment with cosmic rhythms. So, for example, mine is in my 11th house. And of course, there is other planets there. Like I said, I have my Chiron there, I have my Jupiter there. So there's different aspects that happen. But my moon is in Cancer, so it's right at home. You know, it is literally right at home in its actual sign. Okay. Let's go on to Juno, okay, the asteroid of soul contracts. And I know we're learning a lot today, but that's why we do these replay videos. We have the presentation available. We have all the resources available. And if you ever have any questions, send your questions in. I am more than happy to answer anything. And just because you see me doing these presentations with AI doesn't mean like I am gaining this knowledge from AI. This is stuff that I've known for years. It is just better organized when I do it in this way. And I just want to put that disclaimer there because I have had some people like, oh, she's just writing these things with AI. And that's hater energy, regardless. I shouldn't be paying attention to. But I just wanted to kind of like put that out there. Like, as I showed all of my workshops, this is what we do with our copywriting. We have in-depth things that we work on and we build our own copy, we write things, and then what we do is then we input it into the AI to create a cohesive and communicative presentation that people would be able to understand at any level, right? Okay, it teaches, and it also one of the things is I don't like to teach in a way that makes people feel less than, you know, that they don't understand, that they don't get it. We want to open the door for compassionate teaching. Okay, Juno, the asteroid of soul contracts. Juno in astrology represents the aspects of bonding, loyalty, and fidelity within our personal relationships. As an asteroid, its placement in our natal chart points to what we need and seek in partnerships, which extends beyond personal relationships into our creative and business collaborations. Understanding Juno's influence helps artists and creatives identify and nurture beneficial partnerships that are soulfully aligned and supportive of their artistic missions. Okay, I love this part, saving this little one to last because I love my Juno placement. I absolutely love it. Okay. So going a little bit more in depth about Juno is this here. We don't have to go too deep into this one. I want to be able to just provide the information. If you have any more questions, you can look here. And if this doesn't answer your questions, of course, come to me. Okay. Alrighty. So here is my birth chart, and this is where you can find my Juno. Okay. In Capricorn in my fifth house, major stellium energy. Okay. What is the record label called? All right. What is the record label called? All right, y'all. Alrighty, this page, you'll be able to check out my official website. Alrighty. And next time, okay, we're gonna do some readings live. I'm going to be reaching out to the group. Hold on, let me put my camera back on. Yeah. We're going to do some readings live. I'm going to reach out to the broadcast group and just talk to everybody and see who wants to get their chart done. You know, invite some people out for some free readings. I'm very, very excited to do something like that. I haven't done readings in a couple of weeks, so that would be awesome. And here we are, Harmony workshops for the month of April. Okay. And then we have the Harmony workbook. I know you guys see that little floating image there. Yeah, that is the blog post, that link. You can hit it to get the workbook, okay? Calling to your attention, okay? We have album cover designs. That's going to be the next workshop that we do, and that is next Tuesday. Okay, following that is social media copywriting on Wednesdays. Okay, and then following that is astrology in your creative realm. Alrighty, awesome. As always, Chinikwech, thank you for coming out. This is a little shorter workshop and everything like that, but I just wanted to cover these bases first and foremost. And then also I wanted to get the message out there that we're going to be doing the book workshop. So that is the publishing and distribution, that is self-publishing and self-distribution. Okay. And we're going to cover that. I'm going to be reaching out to the Harmony broadcast group and talking to y'all, and we're going to pick out some dates. We're going to figure it out by, I would say, by the next time that we speak on Tuesday, we'll be able to actually figure that out. We will have a date for sure. We will have a date set up. I'm making sure that I'm not forgetting anything. But yes, I do want to actually kind of like jump into Juno a little bit more, provide some more information about how Juno and all of the different asteroids in my fifth house work together, and how really, since I started fifth house of creativity Inc., going according to my chart, okay, going according to my chart has been, and I don't have to share this anymore, but it's been the biggest blessing. It's been the biggest gift to have this much awareness and this much ability to be doing this. And I'm so, so grateful. I'm so, so thankful. Very, very grateful. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for being a part of Harmony Workshops. Chi Miigwech. Thank you.